Hello everyone, my name is Chance Brunton, and welcome back to StarCraft II Legacy of the Void. I'm finally excited to be able to play this new campaign that has come out. It has been a long time coming. In the last episode, we convinced Artanis that Amon is really going to try and destroy everything, that now is the time of the final conflict, and that we must get ready. And so now he has sent Zeratul to go find the artifact from his vision, which turns out to be the artifact from the first campaign, Wings of Liberty. And we're going to go get it from the planet of Korhal from our friend, James Raynor. And in the meantime, Artanis is going to be going and getting a ship called the Spear of Adun, which he says will be very important for the upcoming battle. And I believe in this episode, we will be playing Zeratul reaching the Void Seeker, according to the description at the top of the screen. That's the clue that I have, that maybe we will be playing as Zeratul, considering that our mission is to reach his ship. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I am a huge fan of StarCraft. I've been playing StarCraft ever since I was really, really little. And so now it's so cool to be playing a new one.
The Void Seeker lies in ruins.
Come on, don't
What
crash.
has transpired here?
Zerg, protect the Dark Prelate.
Yes?
The Zerg in this area should have been eradicated. Stalkers, hurry to the Nexus point nearby and warn our brethren. I must investigate this further.
Yes! It didn't crash! Okay. These games don't normally crash, but like I said in the last episode, it is the day of release that I'm recording this, and so one can expect that there are going to be a few bugs to work out. I'm sure that within the next few days it'll be straightened out.
Surrounds us. Proceed with caution.
Ugh. Okay, and trying this again.
For now, the enemy surrounds us. Proceed with caution.
Hopefully things will go a little bit better this time. We got through the first mission okay. It only crashed once or twice.
We will have to blink across this chasm. Very well.
I keep readjusting my graphics settings down. My computer should be able to run them fine, but I'm just wondering if there's maybe bugs with some of the shaders and shadows and physics and stuff like that.
Discs. Focus particle disruptors upon them.
So I'm hoping that by turning some of those down, I can minimize the chance of encountering any of those game-breaking bugs until they're fixed.
For the reckoning, we move unseen.
Oh, nice. Now we get a base. Now we can actually start to talk about production.
Zeratul, the Templars stationed here. I can no longer sense them within the Khala.
What?
Is that not impossible? Your kind cannot disappear from the Khala, unless your nerve cords are severed.
Then the impossible has happened. I can no longer sense Artanis. There is only a void in the Khala where he should be.
The shadow moves against us, Executor. Artanis is in grave peril.
You must raise an army and find him. My Phase-Smith Karax will help you re-establish this nexus point. Zeratul, save Artanis.
Phase-Smith. We've never heard of that before.
You must construct additional pylons.
I'm sure we're gonna learn a lot about the Protoss in this time.
Dark Prelate Zeratul. I am Karax of the Khala caste.
Friend Karax, we must establish this nexus as quickly as possible.
Working on it. So these are the probes. There are basic units for building things and for mining resources. There are two main resources to get. The minerals they're working on now, and Vespene gas available from these geysers, and we'll work on that a little later. That's for more advanced technology. Now, we have several buildings over here, but they're all dim because they have no power. So we're warping in a building called a pylon to bring power to these structures, and it's just completed. So now, everything will work properly. The pylon also allows us to increase our maximum supply, so we can build more units. So right now, we're mostly focusing on building additional probes. Now, this building is the gateway. It allows us to construct things, troops, specifically. So right now we can build some stalkers to supplement the ones we already have, and some zealots
Additional pylons.
to act as shields for them. But already we need more pylons before we can do much of anything else. So let's put a pylon a little closer to the entrance in case we want to fortify it later. If we want to build any like photon cannons to defend our base, then we will need to power them with a pylon. Let's see here. This building is the cybernetics core. It is for upgrades, and it allows us to build stalkers. Right now, we already have the upgrades we would normally use it for, by default, to start with. So we don't really need it for that. It's just there mostly as a tech requirement so we can build the stalkers. Let's build another pylon to preempt our need, and then we will build some more zealots. And then we will go out pretty soon, but we definitely want to get some zealots in front of our army, because our stalkers are going to be really weak without something in front of them to help kind of tank the damage or absorb it. But I don't want to wait around too long, because, yeah, I'm a bit impatient. But as long as I can wait is probably for the best. We'll wait for one more zealot to come out, and then we'll go. And we'll always keep building probes, because that's very important to getting our economy up and running at full speed. Alright. Good. We've got our zealots. We are building probes as fast as we can. We are building more zealots. Let's go. We'll send reinforcements along to meet our army as they appear. But first we want to take a brief look.
Void pylon. It should be able to summon my Nerazim brothers.
Dark Prelate, we answer your call.
Okay, so we got some reinforcements by moving forward. That's good. Alright, let's move forward. And there's oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of Zerg here. Notice how we blinked the stalkers back so that they wouldn't take as much damage. And we let the zealots tank.
The Zerg are moving to attack. Rally your defenses.
And the defenses are pretty much rallied. We've got our people up front. Those zealots are really taking a beating. Now, Protoss units have shields, so if we let them just kind of stand there doing nothing, or at least not being in combat, then they will regenerate. They'll regenerate in combat too, but then their shields regenerate fairly slowly, so they will probably get damaged faster than their shields can be restored if they're in combat. So it's best to just get them out of the way when they need to heal up. Alright, StarCraft is a lot about base management, so I'm going to be spending, which is macro, part of macro management, and that means working on your economy and your production, so that's why I'm spending a lot of time on the probes and things. If you're going to have an army that can go out and crush people, you need money to build the army. So that's what I'm working on now. Or I was. Okay, and we're back. So I had to play back up to this point. I think what I'll try to do is get to the end of the mission right now, and then I will take a break and come back to the recording a little bit later when they've had a chance to patch some of these problems. And, you know, I'll submit some bug reports and stuff like that. And we need additional pylons. Of course we need additional pylons. Why not? We always need additional pylons. Let's put some additional pylons. As you may have guessed, that's the good way to go. And then let's also put some additional gateways for increased production. I really don't like the way they put these gateways in here, but we'll work around it. It would have been nicer if these gateways were a little bit more compactly built. But that's fine. That's fine. Oh, get the stalkers back. Let the zealots take the brunt of the damage. That's what they're there for. Alright, and let's always make sure that our units are coming up to the front line here by setting a rally point, which is where they'll automatically go after they've been built. Alright, what's down here? We've got a lot of money because our economy is now fully operational. So, ooh, there's a big base up here. there's a lot of, like, entrenched defenses and things. We don't have a whole lot to be able to do with that. But we should be able to do it. Let's go. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. That Mutalisk is really tearing into our Zealots. But it is fine. We'll replace the Zealots. Right now, we're just building, like, loads and loads of Zealots at home. And we'll add a couple of Stalkers to the queue, but mostly we're building Zealots. To replace the ones we... Oh, no, no, no! Those Zerglings! Those Zerglings are going to tear our Stalkers apart unless we can get some Zealots to tank some of the damage. Oh, this is really bad. This is really bad. Oh, the Zerglings! No, we're gonna lose all the Stalkers! No! Oh, this really didn't go well. We got caught off guard with no Zealots, and we ended up losing a lot of Stalkers. Do we have enough Stalkers to be able to take out these Mutalisks? No, we don't. Come on, we need to start building some Stalkers right away. And we might be able to get the Mutalisk to actually attack our Zealots instead of our structures. By running around. But it's probably better if they attack the structure. We can afford to let that pylon go down that he's attacking right now. And for everything else, their shields will regenerate. So, not an issue. Now we have a Stalker. We have 2 Stalkers. We can actually fight this Mutalisk. That's good. Alright, and we will train a bunch more Stalkers to provide a bunch of firepower. And then we'll train a bunch more Zealots to provide a meat shield. And then everything will be great. Is it worth going ahead and trying to attack with what we've got now while we wait for reinforcements? I think so. We've got a fair amount of units right now. So I believe we can afford to go ahead and push just a little bit. Note when a Zerg building is destroyed that these little things called broodlings come out and do some damage to our troops. It's not a whole lot. If you have a massive army, then you can just roll right through them. But you still need to be wary of them, particularly if you have small numbers of units. What else can we build back here? How many structures do we have? Oh, we don't have anything. I was thinking it would really be nice to get some upgrades to our troops, but the game's not letting us do that yet. It hasn't taught us that we can build a forge and get upgrades yet. So that's something we'll get in future.
There, another void pylon.
We are at your service.
Good, more troops.
Very wise.
I'll just take this opportunity to save real quick, just in case anything goes wrong. At this point, if it crashes again, I will have a save that's not too far back to go back to. Queue up a load more Zealots. We have a lot of excess money. In fact, what we could probably do is move up a bit to say here, build a couple pylons, and then we'll build a gateway. Ooh, there's an Ultralisk. That Ultralisk can do a lot of damage if we don't bring it down fast, so we'll focus on that.
Denier of the Khala. Die!
Oh, because, oh, what was it? Because Zeratul a Dark Templar, and so, instead of the Khala, he went with something else. I can't remember. It's been a very long time since I saw all of that. That was mentioned in, like, StarCraft I. But that's why he says Denier of the Khala. Alright. So we build a couple of forward pylons. Now, ordinarily, the Protoss would be able to warp reinforcements up to the forward pylons. Again, the game's not letting us do that because it hasn't taught us that we can do that yet. But what we can do is we can do it the old-fashioned way. We can build gateways in a forward position, and then they can build units that will get to our army a little faster. So now, we will push forward and do some real damage.
Have been corrupted. The hybrid must be behind us. Let us move with purpose.
Cold is the void.
Alright, we have such a massive army here. It is almost ridiculous. We now have 106 supply worth of units, which you can see in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. That's quite a bit. Second mission. We are going through zealots like crazy, though. We just need lots and lots of additional zealots to replace the ones we're losing. And this is another spot where upgrades would be useful, because if we could upgrade our zealots, then they wouldn't die as much.
Very well.
Alright, let's pick up this mineral palette. There's a gas palette down there, looking for the resources. Oh, we'd get there with stalkers. Okay. There's an achievement for getting all the gas and mineral pellets and everything. I'm not sure that it's worth bothering.
This appears to be the last void pylon in the area.
From the shadows we come.
Maybe I'll send a stalker back to go and collect that gas pellet, just in case that's the only one we're missing. Alright, so we've sent one guy back. Everybody else is rushing towards the front of the battlefield. This one guy's running back as fast as he can, which, granted, isn't very much. And he is going to try and pick up this little green thing, which will give us a little bit of Vespene gas. We don't need it, but I want it. It's a glowing green shiny thing. Ooh, and there's a glowing green blue thing with it. A glowing green blue thing? What the heck am I saying? There's a glowing blue thing, too, which is a pack of minerals. So that could also help us build stuff if we didn't have way too many minerals already. Okay, now that we have accomplished all the bonus objectives, and we have gotten the mineral pallets...
Executor Solendus, I have encountered your missing Templar, but they have been corrupted, as if possessed. Solendus.
Oh no. Don't say that Solendus has been taken too.
Zeratul, I can sense your presence. The Khala is filled with rage. My mind is being consumed.
Is he turning the...
Artanis, you must hold on. We are coming for you.
Your lives are meaningless, purposeless. I grant you salvation.
Yeah.
Amon, the Dark God is here, on Ire. He has wrested control of the Khala. The Templar have fallen. With our nerve cords severed, only we Nerazine remain unaffected. It falls to us to halt this madness, brothers.
Okay, so everybody who's not a Dark Templar or Dark Templar related...
We must reach young Artanis. I only pray that we are not too late.
Does Zeret...
The voices whisper of oblivion, of salvation.
To the Daemon.
No, don't listen, Artanis. You're the hero. You need to have the will to stand against this. What the heck is that? Oh, that's a Dragoon! That's from StarCraft as well. Very fortunately, since there are so many gaps... Oh, these...
The Khala, fury, and rage.
Those zealots will be remembered for having resisted.
We must.
They resisted pretty well. They were fighting really hard.
I can hear his whispers.
Fight, Artanis. Do not let Amon consume you.
Unending hatred.
He has corrupted the Khala. Your nerve cords chain you to his will. They must be removed.
So Amon enslaved the Zerg by genetic coding. And he enslaved the Protoss by psionic link through the Khala.
This body, all Protoss, are mine.
Are there?
I will shatter this corrupt cycle. You shall not stand against me.
Are the nerves he needs to sever in the hair?
My life for ire.
Classic phrase. Nice. It is. Literally, all you had to do was give him a haircut.
The keystone will guide you
No.
to the cell locker.
Zeratul. Forgive me.
SireRagnarok's dead? Can't believe he's dead. Well, that one gas pellet was what we needed. That sucks. Well, it wasn't Artanis' fault. Who was that? Was that another Dark Templar? Yeah. Yeah, it's all the Dark Templar. Well, Artanis is going to certainly prove that that he can hold the line. He's got very little to fall back on.
Smith Karax, I have been looking for you.
Artanis, praise the
Your nerve
gods.
cords, they must be removed.
It was done by the Dark Templar. I am free of the Khala's corruption. Are there others?
I have saved all that I could. Come, we must escape this world before time runs out.
Escape? How?
The Spear of Adun still rests beneath the ruins of Kor Shakal. Its generators are ancient, but a phase smith of your ability will know how to bring them online.
The Spear of Adun. I am honored to have the opportunity. This is fortune we cannot ignore.
Indeed. Come, we must go at once.
And we need to find a
We
barber.
are en route to the Spear of Adun. As long as its generators still function, I should be able to bring them online. Once the spear is fully activated, we must flee from this fallen world.
Agreed. So in the next episode, we will get photon cannons and shield batteries, which I'm excited to see just because they are yet another thing from the original StarCraft. And then there will be a whole mess of new achievements that we can try and get, and we probably won't get any of them, but we can try. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.
Oh look, by repeatedly spam clicking everything, I get monkeys.
So I'm pretty sure that there's a monster back there. Oh, he's right there! Oh god, I ran the wrong way! I ran the wrong way! Oh. That. Oopsie. Oh. Oh, good times right now. Oh. Why?